What is up, guys? Eric here with Team Eccentric, and I figured I'd do a test hand video for my Danger Thunder Guardragon. I recently profiled the deck, and I didn't really go too far in depth with some of the interactions and some of the combos that you can do. I kind of laid it out in a very layman's type way in terms of what this deck is capable of, and I figured that what better way to mitigate that problem and rectify that than to do a test hand video. So that's something that we're doing now, and I feel as if this deck, the only glaring issue that I have with this deck, honestly, is the fact that it doesn't have a main deck out to Mystic Mine, and the moment my opponent activates a Mystic Mine, in game one at least, this deck it loses essentially. If there's just no way to out it, because we're only, at least typically in game one, resolving monster effects. However, there are reasons why we would relegate cards like Twin Twisters or Mystical Space Typhoon to the side deck. So that's a thing. But game one against Mystic Mine is most likely an auto loss essentially. But we're gonna shuffle it up and we'll get started. All right, so. Before we do actually get into our first hand, I wanted to let you guys know that I'm using these dice for the dangers. So I have an 8-sided die in case I draw a hand bigger than 6, and I have a 6-sided die in case I have 6 or below. So those are the ways that we'll keep track of the dangers that we summon. So we're going to draw our first opening hand. So let's see what we got here. Thunder Dragon, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, Danger Jackalope, a Thunder Dragon Duo, and Danger Nessie. Okay, not the worst thing ever. I would start by discarding the Thunder Dragon to add 2 copies of itself. So there's that. So now we have 6 cards in hand. I would then proceed to activate Danger Nessie. So now we have 6 cards in hand, so we'll roll the 6-sided die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have to discard a Thunder Dragon. That's perfectly fine. So summon the Nessie, and then effective Nessie on the field to draw. And then from here, I would most likely activate the Danger Jackalope. By the way, we drew into a Thunder Dragon Hawk, which can facilitate plays in the future, so that's certainly a thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 1. Discard Thunder Dragon Duo. A little bit unfortunate about Duo, but I think we can function without it, so Jackalope will allow us to draw. Alright, so that's certainly a thing. Normal Summon Phantom Sky Blaster. The one lonely copy, and then effect, create 2 tokens. Link a token into the Link Spider. And then I would link the Link Spider, Phantom Sky Blaster, Jackalope, and the token into our first copy. I'm sorry, Yuja Skull Dragon. Oh, sorry, Yuja effect. Draw 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so we drew Roar, Darkness Metal, Tsuchinoko, and Wyver Burster. And then we have to put 3 cards back. So I would put back Collapse Serpent, Darkness Metal, and Tsuchinoko, to be honest. I think those are the 3 we'll put to the bottom. And now, I would use effect of Skull Dread, special summoning Thunder Dragon Roar. And I would... We discarded Thunder Dragon, so... maybe I would save the Roar first, actually. So we can commit some Guardragon plays. That might be a smarter way to go about this. Banish the Phantom Sky Blaster to special summon Wyver Burster. And then link the Wyver Burster off. And go into LP. So now, effect of Wyver Burster in grave adds Collapse Serpent. And now effect of LP allows us to special summon a dragon monster from our deck. So, I believe we should go with the Omnidragon Brotor. Now, Omnidragon Brotor's effect states that when it's special summoned, I can discard a card and target a monster on my field and add a monster from my deck to my hand with the same type and attribute as long as it's a different name. So, targeting Elpie and discarding my Thunder Dragon. So, now we'll add Chaos Dragon Levy in here. Next, we will go into Pisty. Obviously, Saryuja increases every time something's special summoned, but that goes without saying. So now, the effect of Pisty allows me, obviously, to bring something back from the grave. Not that I think we're going to do that just yet. Thinking. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to bring back Brotor. The reason why is because we're going to link the Saryuja and the Brotor into Agripane. And now, effective Agripane will allow us to special summon Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. So that's our first established negate. Then link 4, link Pisty, Nessie, Agripane, and Elpie into the second copy of Saryuja. So now the effect of Saryuja, draw 1, we drew Dark, 2, Chupacabra, 3, the second Levianeer, 4, Seconds Light. I would put back Levianeer, Chupacabra, and Dark, because we'll be special summoning the Dark off of the Roar anyway, most likely, so that's the thing. And then from here, I would activate Seconds Light. I draw Morphage Goliath and Seconds Light. Wow. Banish the Seconds Light, putting back the Morphage Goliath. We want more Morphage Goliath in the deck if possible, only because the Erratic Link allows us to special summon it from the deck when we tribute to bounce. So it's one of those things where you kind of want. It's one of those cards where you just kind of want it in the deck in order for it to function in the most optimal way. So now we drew a card and we drew Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Okay, so we have 2 copies of Collapse Serpent in the hand. Not the best thing ever, but we can make it work. So here I would go right into Colossus. And then effect of Roar and Grave allows us to special summon a Thunder Dragon from the deck. So special summon Dark. I would then go into the second Colossus. And then obviously Saryuja increases both of those to 29, and then Dark effect allows us to add another Thunder Dragon from our deck to our hand. So, it's likely that here I would probably add another Hawk just to set up for following turns. Just have a follow-up. It's important to plan ahead. And then here, I would banish 3 Dark Monsters. So banishing, honestly, you could just banish all the Guardragons. Special summon Levianeer, and then Levianeer's effect, because you banished all Dark Monsters, rips a card from your opponent's hand and shuffles it back into the deck. So that is quite a thing. And then, from here, you can activate Hawk. Hawk specials Dark. The third copy of Colossus. I know we're exhausting a lot of resources here, but we're really trying to set up as many negates as humanly possible here. So then overlay, go into Hope Harbinger, and then Saryuja increases that to 3,300. So we have 2,2900 Colossus, we have a Hope Harbinger at 33, and then we have the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Now continuing on, let's see, I would banish a light monster, so we'll just banish a copy of Thunder Dragon for Collapse Serpent, and then link these two into the Erratic Seal, and then Effective Collapse Serpent will allow us to add a White Dragon Wyverburster from our deck. And now we've established, in my opinion, an extremely powerful board. You know, we have, in terms of disruption, we have a hard spell negate. We have a negate of anything on the field. If our opponent, places any cards on the field, we contribute this, and then summon the Goliath from the deck, and then we have 2 cards preventing them from searching. So that is the first test hand. We're gonna get cleaned up here, and then get into the second one. Alright, so we're going to get into our second test hand. So we drew Darkus Diabolos, Sekka's Light, Thunder Dragon Dark, Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Okay, so again, not the worst hand ever. Certainly could be better, but we can make this work so long as Sekka's Light gives us some optimal plays. So attempting Sekka's Light, draw 2, so we drew Thunder Dragon and Batteryman Solar. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing ever. Banish Sekka's Light. I put back Thunder Dragon Dark, because Dark is one of those cards that we can just kind of facilitate off of Thunder Dragon Roar, as long as we manage to, combo into that. But yeah, this deck is all about foresight, really, and kind of just, figuring out how to mold your hand into the biggest board possible. So now we'll draw off of the Sekka's Light, and we drew another Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Let's see here. What I would probably do is I would discard Thunder Dragon to add 2 copies of Thunder Dragon, so that way we have a +1 in terms of card advantage, and we have the capability to convert any Thunder monster we have into Colossus, because that is imperative. Then here I would banish the Thunder Dragon for a Collapse Serpent. I would then normal summon the Batteryman Solar and attempt its effect, and send the Roar. Now, the reason why I do that is because then we'd link 2, we'd go into our Beat Cop, and then the effect of Collapse Serpent will trigger, which will allow us to add Wyverburster. And then you could banish your Thunder Dragon Roar for Wyverburster, and then Roar's effect will trigger, which will special summon Thunder Dragon Dark. Now, from here, you go Thunder Dragon Dark, and you go right into your first Colossus, and then Dark's effect will trigger, which will allow you to add Thunder Dragon Hawk. So then, Hawk effect, special summoning a Roar. Here, I would likely just link these off into Yuja. Even though we don't get its draw effect, it's still, its arrows are definitely helpful, so that's a thing. I would link the Wyverburster into Elpie, and then Saryuja, and then Wyverburster. So we actually have both of them. We already used the one Dark Dragon. We have Dark Dragon in hand, so we have no targets to add off of Wyverburster, which is fine. But now we're going to use effective Elpie. To special summon Omni Dragon Brotor. And Omni Dragon Brotor's effect will allow us to discard a card to target a monster on our field, and then basically add a monster of the same type and attribute as the target. So here I would likely discard Darkest Diabolos and add from our deck to our hand a dark attribute dragon monster because we're targeting Elpies, so adding Darkness Metal Dragon. Then here link that and go into Pisty and then Saryuja Increase. And then the effect of Pisty special summons Darkest Diabolos. And then Diabolos effect, tribute the Elpie to take one card out of our opponent's hand. Then, from here, I would likely... Let's see. Likely from here go right into Agripane, and then effective Agripane, because Pisty and Agripane point to the same zone, go into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, and from there banish the Agripane for Darkness Metal. Darkness Metal. Special summoning special summoning back Darkest Diabolos. Then banish Elpie, Omni Dragon Brotor, and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, so that's 3 darks. And special summon Chaos Dragon Legionnaire, take another card out of your opponent's hand. So now your opponent's down 2 cards. So you one sent back to the bottom of the deck or the top of the deck, depending on their choice, and then Chaos Dragon Legionnaire shuffles one and back in. So then from here, we can go into link into another copy of Saryuja. Effect, draw 1, 2, 3, and 4, and put back 1, 2, and 3. Effective Skull Dread, special out Thunder Dragon. Colossus, Saryuja will increase. Ranger Nessie. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 1, 2. The Nessie, and then effect to draw. And it looks as if that would be our ending board for the second test hand. Not the best there. That was a bit of a misplay on my part. I probably should have just overlaid right into the rank 8, the Titanic Galaxy, just to negate spells, and then I would have had, some kind of, a bit more of a disruptive board than what I just set up. But now we're gonna shuffle up, and we're gonna go into the last test hand. All right, so we're going into the last test hand, and let's hopefully draw a good hand here. So. Alright, so we start off with Dragon Roar, Psycho's Light, Tsuchinoko, Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, and Batteryman Solar. Okay, not the worst hand ever, actually. This is actually pretty decent. We can make this work. What I would start with is Psycho's Light, drawing Chupacabra, another copy of Psycho's Light, banish Psycho's Light, and likely put back Chupacabra. card. Drew another copy of Chupacabra. Sick. Here I would normal summon Batteryman Solar and I'd use its effect. And I'd probably send Thunder Dragon Hawk. And we'd probably have to facilitate this particular way. Let's see, I would banish Thunder Dragon Hawk for Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. And then Hawk's effect, when it's banished, shuffle any number of cards in your hand back into the deck, draw the same number of cards. So I'd shuffle back Sekka's Lights and Chupacabra. So that's shuffling back 2 and then drawing 2. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to use Hawk's discard effect now that we used its banish effect. So that's definitely a thing that you have to watch out for with this deck, guys, is if you use one of the effects of the Thunder Dragons, you don't get to use its other effect for the remainder of the turn. You have to really kind of have foresight with your plays and just figure out what is the most optimal course of action to establish your board. So now we draw 2, drew Thunder Dragon and Danger Nessie. Here I would discard Thunder Dragon, adding 2 more copies of itself. I would activate Danger Nessie. 5 cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3. Thunder Dragon, and then special summoning Nessie. Effective Nessie to get a draw. Another Batteryman Solar. Danger Tsuchinoko. So now we have 4 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are rerolls. It's a 5. So now we discard discard a 3rd copy of Thunder Dragon, special summon our Danger Tsuchinoko, and then effective Tsuchinoko at 5th draw. Draw into another Tsuchinoko. It's not the worst thing ever. We can make this happen. So link 4. Go into our first copy of Saryuja Skulldread. So now Skulldread 1 and Collapse Serpent 2. So now Collapse Serpent will resolve first in the chain, which will add us a White Dragon Wyverburster, and then Saryuja effect will allow us to draw and send back. Alright, so draw 1 Darkest Diabolos, 2 Thunder Dragon Roar, 3 Jackalope, and 4 Omni Dragon Brotor. Okay, that's interesting. I would put back Brotor, Thunder Dragon Roar, and likely the Batteryman Solar, the 2nd copy of it. So those are the 3 cards we'd send back, in my personal opinion. I would then use Skulldread's effect, special summoning Thunder Dragon Roar. Then I would banish a Dark Monster. We'll go with Black Dragon Collapse Serpent for White Dragon Wyverburster. I would link. Go into LP, and then effective White Dragon Wyverburster adds the other copy of Black Dragon Collapse Serpent from our deck to our hand. And then trigger the effect of LP, special summoning Omni Dragon Brotor. And now Brotor's effect, when it's special summoned, obviously discard a card, target something on the field, add a monster with the same type and attribute but different name. So we're going to target LP, and we're discarding our Darkest Diabolos. So from there we will add our Chaos Dragon Levy in here. Now there's a reason why we're doing this. Link off the Brotor, and go into Pisty, and then Saryuja Increase Pisty effect, or Saryuja Increase Pisty attack. Effect of Pisty, special summoning Darkest Diabolos, Saryuja Increase. Effect of Darkest Diabolos, tribute Pisty to send 1 card from your opponent's hand back to the top or bottom of the deck, their choice. Then from there, I would link Saryuja and Darkest Diabolos and go into Agripane. Now, effective Agripane, special summon the Hologram Dragon Archfiend Abyss. From there, I would link LB and Agripane and go into your Erratic Seal. Then, banishing 3 dark monsters, so Nessie, Such, and Omnidragon. 4, our Chaos Dragon Legionnaire to shuffle 1 card from our opponent's hand back into their deck. Then, go into Thunder Dragon Colossus, and now Dragon Roar's effect, special summons 1 from the deck. The Thunder Dragon, so here I would special summon Thunder Dragon Dark. Then I would go into a second Colossus. And now, effect of Dragon Dark. And it's Thunder Dragon Duo. And then, overlay these 2, going into your Hope Harbinger. And then from there, I would honestly probably keep Dragon Duo in hand to facilitate future plays. So our this would be our ending board: Colossus, Dragon Archfiend, Hope Harbinger, and the Erratic Seal. So those were my Thunder Dragon test hands. I know that second hand was, or that second test hand probably could have been played out a little better. That was my mistake. Sometimes, I overthink my combos or underthink them. It just really kind of depends. But this deck is very combo intensive. It takes a lot of foresight and a lot of skill. I never claimed to be the best Yu-Gi-Oh player anyway, so that's the thing. But either way, guys, Eric here with Team Eccentric. Really appreciate the views you guys give us. Leave comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. We're getting to 400 subscribers. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but this channel really isn't. It's not that big, and I don't intend on making it, to be that big. But it would be nice to get some more subscribers. So just rate, comment, subscribe as always, and Eric here with Team Eccentric, and I'm signing out. Rate and subscribe, leave your comments and ideas in the comment section below, and don't hesitate to give us respectful suggestions on content you want to see. Eric on behalf of the team saying take care, and Team Eccentric out.